If December feels heavier than the rest of the year, it's not just in your head. If your cravings feel louder right now, stronger, sneakier, more convincing, that's not a coincidence either. For still struggling alcoholics and recovering alcoholics like me, the holidays don't just bring joy. They expose spiritual gaps. And here's what most people don't understand. Alcohol doesn't just show up randomly. It shows up when structure disappears. Or alcoholism doesn't shows up when structure disappears. And December is full of lack of structure. Think about it. Normal routines fall apart, schedules loosen, nights get longer, there's more alone time, more forced social time. Either way, the noise we usually use to distract ourselves with, that noise gets quiet enough for the cravings to start talking. And alcohol knows exactly when to speak up. Because alcohol isn't just a drink. It's a coping tool, a shortcut, a replacement. It steps in when you feel lonely, overwhelmed, disconnected, unregulated. So when people say, I don't know why I'm struggling so much during the holidays, I know. It's because the spirit hasn't been intentionally fed, and the flesh recognizes the opening. Scripture already warned us about this. In Matthew 12, verses 43 through 45, it talks about an unclean spirit leaving, then returning to an empty house, bringing more spirits with it. That's not just about demons. That's about emptiness. When you remove alcohol without replacing the refuge, when you remove chaos without building structure, when you remove numbness without deepening connection, the house doesn't just stay empty. Something always moves back in. And December is when that empty house gets tested. Let me say this clearly, because too many alcoholics blame themselves unfairly. I was one of them. And I want to let you know, you're not struggling more right now because you're weak. You're struggling because your environment changed and your spirit didn't adjust. Less accountability, more temptation, more emotional pressure, more downtime. That combination right there is dangerous for people like us because alcohol thrives in unguarded moments. Late nights, scrolling, just this once. You deserve it. No one will know. You can fix it after the year changes in 2026. Those thoughts don't come from nowhere. They show up when the spirit is undertrained and the flesh is confident it can win. That's why some of the worst wreckage doesn't happen in rock bottom moments. It happens in, I was doing okay seasons. The enemy doesn't need you drunk all year. He just needs you unguarded long enough. And that's why waiting until January is just so risky. Every unstructured December night becomes an invitation. Every unchecked craving becomes a negotiation. Every delayed decision gives alcohol more ground. And once damage is done, the calendar doesn't erase it. Trust doesn't reset overnight. Consequences won't just disappear. Wreckage doesn't just roll back because you were planning to change. And that's why spirit reboot matters. Not because you're falling or failing, but because you're vulnerable. And vulnerability requires intentional reinforcement. Romans 8:6 says this, the mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the spirit is life and peace. And peace isn't found by avoiding triggers. Peace is built by governing the mind daily. That means structure before temptation hits, prayer before cravings speak, the word before emotions spiral, Obedience before feelings agree. The holidays don't mean you're falling behind. They reveal what still needs strengthening. And that's a gift, especially if you respond to it now. So don't tell yourself, I'll get right back after the holidays. That mindset has buried too many men. It has burned too many bridges. It has destroyed too many second chances. Instead, say this: God, I'm not drifting through December. I'm reinforcing my spirit in it, because alcohol doesn't win when the spirit is strong. It only wins when the house is empty. Stay with me. Rock with me. Because next, we're talking about why partial surrender keeps you stuck and why saying, I'll try, has been quietly betraying you. This isn't about surviving December. It's about resetting in it before January ever arrives. I appreciate you. I love you. And if you're listening and you want some faith-based recovery resources, please, please, please head to my Stand store at stand.store/Deacon Dayne. And if you want to just click on the link on my page, it's right there for you. stand.store/Deacon Dayne. Peace.